Why is it important to protect intellectual property? What is IP and why do we need to protect it? In fact, intellectual property rights, they are like just any other property right. They allow creators or owners of patents, trademarks, or copyrighted works to benefit from their work or investment in a creation. Broadly, intellectual property, it means the legal rights which results from intellectual activity in the industrial, scientific, literary, and artistic field. Many countries, most of them, they have laws to protect intellectual property for two main reasons. One is to give statutory expression to the moral and economic rights of creators in their creations, and the right of the public in access to those creations. So the first thing is to give statutory expression. It's not a forgotten thing. You have now your statutory expression, your legal expression to this right. The second is to promote creativity and the dissemination and application of its results, and to encourage fair trading, which would contribute to economic and social development. And this is usually done as a deliberate act of government policy. So, generally speaking, intellectual property law aims at safeguarding creators and other producers of intellectual goods and services by granting them certain time-limited rights to control the use made of these productions. So once you have a right to an intellectual property, lawmakers, they give you some time to profit from it, to control its financial benefits, and to develop it by research, and to produce it, and to protect you from infringement or plagiarism. But it's important to say one thing, that intellectual property rights are not the objects. Intellectual property rights are rights on certain objects. For example, if you have a mobile, the mobile is not the subject of your intellectual property. The design of the mobile, which is intangible, is your right. So you have the right on the design of the mobile. So you cannot feel it, you cannot touch it. It's not physical property. So we were saying that those rights do not apply to the physical object in which the creation may be embodied, but instead to the intellectual creation. Intellectual property is traditionally divided into two branches. But before moving on, let me read what is said. Intellectual property includes the ideas that build your business. We will see throughout the presentation how these ideas are basic and very important for your business. And sometimes you might, if you have a very, very good marketable intellectual property on something, on a creation, it can be the foundation of your company, not only an addition in your company. From management practices to logos and layouts, there are numerous components that can make up the entirety of your business-related creative property. These items, as much as physical property, hold the potential to be stolen or used improperly. We will speak later on the protection that the intellectual property rights give you. Don't overlook protecting your IP. SMEs often fail to protect intellectual property rights. If you don't protect your property rights, you can lose the profits of your company. You can even go to closing the company. I'll give you two main reasons why SMEs, they should take care of protecting their IP. Because usually SMEs are focusing on marketing their products, especially if the SME is supported by investors, business angels, people who put money into it and require targets from this company to break even fast and to start generating profits. This will put pressure on the managers of this SME to focus on the product, on marketing them and selling them to start earning money, and they will forget about protecting intellectual property. The second reason is an omission by managers of SMEs to give the IP topic the necessary attention, especially in economies not focused on R&D, like the States, like Europe. They are focused on research and development because this function, research and development, it's the main generator of IP. However, even if, like in the MENA economies and the Gulf economies, which is focused on construction, on services, on industries, intellectual property can be generated in these economies. Intellectual properties, and many SMEs are not aware of the intellectual property system or the protection it can provide for their invention, brand, and design. SMEs lack the resources and expertise available to larger corporations. This is why they are focusing on marketing. They don't have enough human capital, human resources to focus on intellectual property.